I don't think it's bad referring Salvador with pupusas because that is their main dish, no?
Yeah, but once we get like gente del Salvador, they kind of like just
They judge you?
yeah, they judge me a little bit, you know?
Do you think they judge you because of the food, or do you think they judge you because of the way you look?
They judge me because both,
Really?
right? So yo soy pues they consider me americana. You know, it's
Yeah.
always cuando vas allí de tu país eres americana, pero cuando vas when you're here, you're from Central America. So it's like really divided. Pero luego cuando yo les digo que soy de Guatemala, they're like, entonces no son de salvadoreños. Y le digo, pues sí son salvadoreños, you know. Doesn't just because yo no soy de un país doesn't mean I know how to make it. It's like, por ejemplo, yo hago birria. Nomás porque no soy mexicana doesn't mean I, you know.
But yeah, I understand that, pero like if we were to go to Argentina and like, oh, si son tacos mexicanos, they would I would
Yeah.
be
No,
they're
no.
not tacos.
I don't get
I understand why they say it, but
they get offended. I don't get offended because I got used to it.
But I think there's two different things there. Because if you went to Argentina and it was an Argentinian person that was making tacos and they were authentic to what you're used to, what would you say?
what do you mean? What do I say?
Yeah. So, si son tacos mexicanos or no?
No, but I'm just giving you a reference. That's an extreme. If si hay un argentino aquí en Estados Unidos está haciendo tacos y está diciendo, oh, tenemos tacos, I would consider them, oh, un argentino making tacos. My assumption would be, ¿te creaste en México o cómo sabes hacer tacos?
Yeah.
I went to the extreme to kind of like avoid this conversation because it's pretty obvious.
No, it's just it's really la gente de Centroamérica. You kind of have to navigate with them. I don't know if you like, you know, even myself, you know, my husband gets really stressed with me, you know. Es que ustedes son bien enojones. Or like, por ejemplo, we were at Snapfest this 2 weekends ago. Y me tocó con otra pupusera. So I was like, oh, that's rad. Like, you know. Pero ella no lo miró ese lado. Y luego comenzó a decir ella, pues, estas pupusas no son auténticas. Son puros, like, esos son diferentes. Y le dijo, sí, cabal, son diferentes. Usted es la original. Pero yo, pues, I elevated it differently.
They're still pupusas. Yeah.
And that's the thing. And I think that goes down to more of younger people. I think more younger people are more willing to like experiment with things. And I think that older people are kind of stuck in their ways and they're like, this is not how a taco's made, or this is not how a pupusa's made. That's not a pupusa. But I think us young people, I mean, I know you're a little bit older than us. So, I mean, you may not think the same way, but...
No, I mean, sorry, but it's really hard. I mean, the food industry is so competitive, you know, and I have to learn that not everybody seems the way you want to succeed, you know, and it's just tough because I try to, like, esta persona hace comida, I can actually confine to them, like, hey, how you have a food truck, like, how did you get to that point? Like, because I'm getting to that, like, I want to, like, that's something I'm craving, but they don't see it. They see it like as a competition, and it's sad because it's like, man, vos ya vas para los 80, ya casi estás al, you know, para retirarte, you know, and it's hard because, you know, it's so competitive, and George has like saw me at my worst, you know. It's got to a point like I cried because I've had a vendor come up to me and told me, hey, your presentation is shitty. And I'm like, Jorge's like, it's because he came up to you because he knows what you have. Even though you don't have this fancy setup, but you have something going. Entonces Jorge, pues, you know, se enojó y he ordered a new canopy para echarle en su face. So every weekend estamos enfrente de él y nomás se queda mirando because, like, you know, we're popping off.
Hell yeah.
So that's it takes like a strong, like, supported partner for our business to grow. I mean, I started with nothing, you know, like, I lost my job, George lost his job, so I was like, fuck, like, what am I gonna do? And I just started like knocking on doors, and then we started growing.
Welcome back to the podcast, guys. Hey, look, I'm looking at the camera this time.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the podcast, guys. My name is Alan, and we're back for another season, and we're very excited with today's guest. She's a local celebrity. You guys may know her from the Saturday Market, the person behind, say the business name again.
Pupusas Chileros. So my name is Karla. I am a local in Salem. I am from Central America. A little secret, I am from Guatemala, proud Chapina.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, just a local here in Salem.
And did you grow up in Salem?
Yes.
See?
All of my life. And that's where I met Alan in middle school.
Did you
Oh, you guys went to middle school together?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where did school?
Sixth grade.
Waldo.
Waldo, damn.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Ahí andaban de cholos, huh?
Yeah, dude. You know what's funny?
What?
We had What's Happening in Salem, and he went to Stevens.
No
So
way.
we were talking shit to each other because I was like, he was the ops. I was like, dude, you're from
That's
Stevens.
crazy.
Stevens and Waldo were the ops.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
I
went to Stevens too, huh? Yeah.
You know what's crazy? That I knew Jacob.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know him from What's Happening in Salem. I knew him because I was security at T-Mobile, and he was a manager.
You were security?
Yeah, I
Like,
was
what do you mean
security.
security?
Like, I
Like-
did security, like, you know,
Oh,
just
okay.
patrolling, like,
yeah.
you know, like a rent-a-cop, you know?
Okay.
It's because Jacob was starting beef with people, dude. So they needed security.
For real. My 4'11", I can't know. It was nice. I met him there, and he was always quiet, but he was pretty chill.
Yeah, nice, nice.
We were getting into the juicy stuff, and we were talking. So, we went to Waldo. We said that, and we had talked about where she was from, and that sometimes she gets the side eye because she's not from El Salvador making pupusas, and certain people say that they're not pupusas. But what we were saying was she created. So you're known for creating something that people specifically go in for that is not a pupusa, but it's in the pupusa, like, I don't know, what would you consider it? Tell them what I'm talking about and tell me what you would consider it.
So, I still stick with my traditional pupusas. Queso, revueltas, mixtas, you know, chicharrón con queso, what we call it, right? Espinaca. But what makes mine unique, what I think, well, I say it loud and proud, is la birria, right? So in the beginning, people are like, birria, esto se mira como un taco, mija. And I'm like, no, like it's a cheese or a bean and cheese pupusa. And you put the birria on top. So yeah, it's just started selling out. And I was like, oh my God. So the first batch we did it at 20 libras. That sold out quick, like within 2 hours. And
Have you always done that though? Or you started doing that después de que tanto del negocio?
I did it when I was pregnant.
Okay.
So I crave birria and pupusas all the time. And I just did it, and I didn't see it a lot here in Oregon. I would see it mostly in, mi esposo is San Francisco. So when we would pass by, we saw a place, they're like, pupusa birria. I was like, that sounds fire, you know? And pues yo estaba allá pues panzona, you know? And it was just amazing. So then, you know, birria gets expensive. You go to restaurants, that's expensive. So I just started cooking it. It took me a while. It took me almost a year to perfect the birria, because it does take a while. You have to find a special someone. I just want to say, I mean, my birria is amazing. But, I mean, I've met other vendors, their birria is top tier, you know? But that's what sells the most. Like, you know, we have at the farmer's market, and everybody goes with the birria pupusa.
So when you started the business, the pupusas, that was already on your menu?
No.
No,
porque me daba miedo. I would get judged. That's the thing. I, you know, pupusas is such a, like, tienes que ser de queso, de revueltas, you know. And my mom's very, like, así tienen que ser las pupusas, así tienen que ser las pupusas. So my first event was at Viva Salem, the first year. And I was like, let's do the birria pupusas. Puchi, que le andaba vendiendo a $2 las pupusas. Y de ese tiempo uno aprende, ¿va? Y estaba, pues, y la birria la estaba vendiendo a 5. O sea, estaba bien barata, pero, y ya a las 12 comenzaba el evento y a las 11 llegaba la gente. Y dice mi mamá, no, hombre, le estás vendiendo bien barato. And I was like, oh, okay, you know. Y mi mamá, ella sí se enojaba porque ella dice, no, no es de Centroamérica. Le digo, es que tenemos que normalizar que tenemos que cambiar a veces. Y está bien que you combine two cultures together, you know. Mi hijo, pues, he's half Guatemalan, he's half Mexican. And it's kind of cool, you know. Back then when he used to eat, he would eat my pupusas all the time. But unfortunately, because he has a restricted diet, he just smells it. So it's kind
That's
of
tough.
yeah. So a lot of people don't know that I make, you know, hundreds and hundreds of pupusas already, and my son doesn't eat. Yeah.
Dang, that's
That's
tough.
tough.
Yeah.
So did you end up changing the price of the pupusas that day? Or did you keep that
I
price?
did mid rush.
Okay.
Okay, so me puse las pilas, como dicen allá. Y I lo subí a $10.
From 2?
From 2 to 10. So ya ahorita mi birria pupusa is like $12.50, $13.50, around there.
Nice.
Y con consomé. O sea, mi pupusa también, what makes it unique, todas mis pupusas are 9 inches big.
Okay.
Okay, so what the price you're getting for is what you're getting for, you know? Pero a veces, pues, I overpacked, and that's where my husband, he's like, you need to chill, you know? And I'm like, no, you know? And I have to kind of just know my value, you know? And that's the thing. You know, you're always your biggest enemy. That's the thing. You're always your biggest enemy. So that's the hard thing. But I've done pupusas de habanero, pupusas like de calabaza, like, yeah.
¿Si las surtes mucho o no? Because you said that your husband said no or yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Él me decía, porque los hacía like the size de un plato. And he's like, bueno, son $3. Ahorita la pupusa de queso starting is $7. Y ahorita todo está subiendo. And it's not, ahorita que la birria es casi $7.89 a la libra. So that's expensive.
I think what I've known, because I mean we all eat, we all like to go out and eat. What I've known is if the food is good, if it's really good, the price doesn't really matter. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it goes back to the basics, los tacos. Hay gente que vende tacos y no le echa mucha carne, but they're like the regular cost. And I'm like, I don't think I really care.
Yeah.
But then hay gente que, like, Guadalupana is known to like stack their tacos. Like, like you remember, John? They stack their tacos. And when it's like that, I don't even look at the price. I'm like, no, like hasta te sobra todo. Like I don't know. If it's good, people are gonna pay.
Not only that, I think the customer service has a lot to do with it. Your food could be good, but if you give me a nasty attitude, I don't want to go back. Like, I want to try your food, and you're just being rude to me. I mean, I've had that encountered before. You know, when we go to events, after we're setting up, we get hungry, you know? And we've had a situation like, no, ¿para qué ir? You know, because no vale la pena.
See, dude, that's why I'm telling you all the time, dude, you got to fix your face, dude, because sometimes te ves medio enojón, güey.
I know.
And
Go ahead.
And like with me, si miro una persona que está enojada, like I try like sacarlo, you know? But I mean, I've had customers, like a veces me pongo nerviosa que sí se miran como dices medio enojón, but they're religiously come. Ahorita our most popular one is the birria egg rolls, you know? So it's like, or the birria rolls, right? So at first there is a customer that would come by and I was like, no, hombre, es que no me platica, yo soy bien platicona, puchica, no me habla tú. And then after a while, she started coming more and more. Y yo sé de esos vendors, like, I don't know your name, but I can put a face on it. And if I see you're coming frequently, yo te regalo un plato. Because I appreciate you being loyal to me, you know? I've had customers that come every single Saturday at the Saturday market, or they message me, hey, you're not the farmer's market. Where are you at? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I have to take a mental health break, you know? But those customers, I appreciate them. And then when I see them, les regalo algo.
Yeah. It comes a long way.
It does.
I think that sets a lot of people apart. That customer service like that, I mean, you can't compare. And I know I've gone to some places where they kind of like look at me weird right before I order food, and I'm like, damn, this food ain't gonna be made with love for sure.
Pero es que también llegas enojado, güey.
Yo no, yo siempre llego bien contento.
That's why they look at you that way.
I'm happy
Si llegas
all the
contento,
time,
no te van a
dude.
mirar así.
Yeah, I'm happy all the time.
I mean, I just try, like, you know, I train my cashiers, like, hey, this is the customer service I deliver, you know, and that's something I expect with you guys, you know. También with my employees, I'm just like, hey, like, si yo soy así contigo, you should deliver that with your customers, you know? Tengo un muchacho que ya tiene un año con nosotros y por eso hasta viene desde Portland. He moved to Portland and he keeps coming with us. And that says a lot.
That says a lot.
Y a él, muchacho, hasta I tell him, like, el momento que tú te vas a la casa, te estoy pagando, mijo. Because en la vida, pues, nada es gratis, And he's so sweet.
¿Cuántos empleados tienes?
5.
5. So, ¿eres tú, tu esposo y 5 más? O...
Era yo, yeah.
Nice.
Gracias a Dios, like, last year was really great, And at first, I was like, oh, me and Jorge could do it, right? Pero luego, the first farmer's market, we got hit fat. And I called my mom and I was like, Mom, hombre, este está cabrón, le dije a mi mamá. And then she came, dice, déjame arreglar. You know how, like, moms are, déjame. Y le digo, puchis, te vas a llegar arreglada, nadie le importa, ¿va? And she was, pobrecita, she is 63 years old, echan palmeando, And she helped me. We sold out, and it was nice. And back then, our setup was just a small, like, no tenía ni un sign. It was just a little, chalkboard. Y con eso nos llenaba la línea, y gracias a Dios. This year I think I'm speaking with all businesses, the food businesses, like, we're hurting this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Is a lot, everything went up?
I think it's because everything went up and what's going on, everybody's scared. Because, I mean, most of my clientele are Hispanic. So,
you think they're scared to come out?
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's sad.
Because I do get messages like, mija, can you deliver? And I do, and yo no los cobro. Because I understand.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you only post up at the Saturday market, entonces? And then maybe some events, like... Because we saw you at the Tianguis, no? The Salem?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah?
I was blessed, but that was crazy.
Busy? Crazy busy?
Yeah.
Like, good crazy?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good crazy. One of our cashiers walked out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And I was like, damn, girl, I wish I was cashiering, And, I mean, my husband's like, it's insane, But it's fine. I mean, I understand. I mean, we spoke and we worked something out, But I get it because when you're a high schooler, it's too much.
It's a lot of pressure. They say that the food business is one of the roughest businesses to be in. And everybody says that opening up any sort of like food restaurant or a food cart or anything food related is super hard. Can you talk about the first event that you went to? I think you said, was it here at Saturday Market, right?
It was Viva Salem.
Oh, Viva Salem.
So what helped me is that I have banking experience. So I have 8 years of banking experience. So I would open accounts for business owners. And the most common mistake that business owners do is get the traila right away. You have to build your profile. And I knew that. And I think that's where I got a little traumatized, I will say that, because I've opened accounts and within months I would close the accounts because unfortunately, the account's overdrawn. They don't bring customers. I moved up to the bank. I was a debt collector, so I saw I would call a lot of businesses. It is really competitive. As a Latina owned business, a lot of people look over me, So when they asked who's the owner, immediately they go with my husband. He's a tall, Hispanic, light skin, and I'm just a small brown Latina. It's really common. But when they ask, like, oh, pues, ¿quién es la dueña? It's like, oh, soy yo. And they get really shocked. Dicen, oh, estás bien joven. Le go, la gran puchica, entonces, sí, de veras. Tienes 21. Oh, gracias. Ya voy para los 30. But it's really hard because you have to be careful on financial moves, everything. And you have to be really collective on what you're opening to. Like, for example, what I see a lot in Oregon, there's a lot of competition con tacos. And then I started making pupusas, and I'm not going to lie, there's a lot of pupuseras now, which I love. I still go support my girls, because I know it's hard. People don't see it that way. I see it like, okay, like during our slow season, I go order from some lady, Y siempre le ordeno 2 docenas because I know how it feels when it's slow season, you know? But it's really hard. It's really difficult. And then that's something we're working on, getting our food truck, if God willing, next year.
Nice.
So when you get your food truck, are you planning on having your own spot, or are you still planning on doing just pop-ups and Saturday market?
I think for right now, since our son is small, pop-ups and Saturday market, I think that's where it's what I say where it's at, events, right? If you have a certain location, like just una locación, it's hard to build a profile.
Really, you think so?
This is what I believe, but also it has to do with your marketing too. So how do you promote yourself? Because during the beginning of the year, it was good, but then it started dying down, and then that's where me and another my homegirl does pancakes, and she's like, we have to like look for other sources, So we ended up hitting up another a person that he does like marketing, and he did our video, and that's when it started, getting busy for us. But then it died down. I feel like at the farmers market, pues ya todos me miran ahí cada sábado. So it's really, they're like, oh, pues aquí está la pupusera. And then they just go about their day. But I like going to events. That's where I think where it's at.
I think I agree with that, because ahorita hay muchas loncheras donde quiera. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it, pero I do agree with that to a certain point, because see, if she's established herself in Saturday, ¿cuántos años tienes ya ahí?
This is our second season.
Second season?
Yeah, so 2 years.
2 years. Ya van con ella. Si tienes una lonchera, then you gotta look for a spot, no? And it's like a full time. Because right now it's not considered full time, ¿verdad?
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah,
Right,
pero,
for the...
The Saturday market is Saturday. So it's just Saturday, but it works for my schedule, right? Because I have my son. Because I'm, at the end of the day, I'm a stay-at-home mom, consistently going to appointments, stuff like that. I do get orders throughout the week, but it's really hard for me because, I'm a mom and a wife at the same time.
Porque una lonchera, you don't have to do it that way, but it might require you depending on where your location in the sales. So, like if you get a lonchera and you establish yourself somewhere, but you only want to do Saturday and Sunday, you got to work on the clientele first. And if those 2 days are slow, you're going to pivot to do opening during the week to get that traction. And then that becomes a full-time, like 40 or whatever hours a week. So it's... what she's doing is navigating that, which is right now it's working a lot better.
I mean, you have to see it this way. In a lonchera, if you go to a place nowadays, they charge like 1,400 for rent. Más aparte, tienes que pagar a la lonchera. That's an extra let's say $2,000, right? Y luego, you still have to bill your clientele. And then if you're at a stable place, you barely make. I've heard vendors, mija, nomás hice $20 este día. That's tough. But me, for example, if I go to an event and I pay fees for 3 days and I make a X amount of money, like a really good event, good turnout, it's worth it for me, Not only that, what I do, my strategy is a little different. So during the summer, I'm still at the farmer's market, but also I miss for events. But that's where I have my customers waiting for me, craving that. You get what I'm saying? I'm not there all the time. There are some vendors that they're there all the time, and they're like, oh, pues no hice ventas. Es que estás ahí todo el tiempo. Siempre, como dijiste tú, tu hermana va todo el mes. Imagínate si yo me quedara todo el mes. No, mira esta muchacha y siempre está aquí, But it's also a good thing, though. Let's say your sister's passing by, siempre mira la pupusera. I never tried it. And then she goes, oh my God, this is amazing. So it has its pro and it has its cons.
Do you think that it's even worth having a restaurant now?
I think food trucks are very popular now. If you look on TikTok, there's puro food trucks. It's more convenient. It's more cheaper, but it is a hassle. But restaurants, it's hard. It's really hard.
Because downtown, there's been a lot of restaurants that have opened up, and then they just don't work out. And then now there's just so much competition in food carts, food trucks, that it just makes me think: are people? Because I know it's really expensive to get a food truck. It can probably be just as expensive as opening up a restaurant, or maybe even more expensive than opening up getting a food truck than opening up a restaurant. So it's like, maybe people are just not even striving to open up restaurants anymore. Maybe just food carts is just...
I would say case by case, because exactly this, we were talking with a few people, and we go to this place. I don't know if you guys been there. It's Mariscos in Woodburn. It's called Puta Madre.
It's called Puta Madre?
No, I forgot the name. I forgot the name. Se llama...
That sounds good.
It sounds good. Sounds like everybody's mad that goes there.
No, se llama... ¿Cómo se llama esa madre? El Padrino, no, something like that. El Padrino es Mariscos, dude. And so I never been there. My girl went there, and she talked it up. It was really good. You know, they're all about Mariscos. And then Kevin started going. Kevin, he's not Marisco type of guy, but he liked it. And so then I went. And so as soon as we drive up, it's a lonchera. You don't hear Mariscos en loncheras. And then when you go there, dude, it's like, it's not even like, you know how es como si estuvieras como en el rancho o en un pueblo nomás que entras. And then tables están en el pasto. And there's just land. You don't even know what that land, like whose property that is. Pero es una lonchera de mariscos. So popular, dude. It's really, really good.
But that's how you know it's good. Cuando estás
Make it killing, dude. Like, they're so busy, dude. Their micheladas, the best. You know? I'm not a michelada type of guy. Anyways, the whole point to this that we were talking about it.
Dude, you just did a commercial. I was like, dude, what was the point of this?
No, the whole point to this.
a pause.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yo,
No.
I didn't get paid for this. He must have got paid for this.
Free promotion.
No, hey, free mariscos.
Yeah.
The whole point to this is that we're talking about it una vez with a group of friends, and I'm like, no, that place, that type of place, if they were to open a restaurants, they wouldn't succeed. A lot of overhead. It's a lot of money. The quality starts to get less and less. It might be too much for them. Like, it happens a lot with a lot of people. And vice versa, right? A lot of times a restaurant, empiezas con un restaurante, you're like, no, una lonchera y te va mejor, right? Case by case, but in this case, in that particular scenario, a lot of us were just kind of like, you know, talking about it. We all kind of agreed that a ellos no les conviene hacer un restaurante. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Too much. It's like a lot of overhead, muchos empleados. Ahorita les está yendo de a madre, güey. So I'll tell you that. So I would say case by case.
Well, what I've noticed, so I'm considered a pop-up tent vendor, right? So I have my tent, right? I've noticed también if you have a food truck, la gente no puede mirar lo que estás haciendo, right? Pero la gente, más los americanos le da curiosidad. So when I'm making the pupusas, I have people staring at me and they're like, no, I just want to see how you make it. Y luego hasta le dan ojos las personas que pasan, you know, que yo hago la masa a mano right there y también lo estoy palmeando. Hay unas pupuseras que ya las lleva ya listo, pero yo no, yo ya los hago ahí. And that's what a lot of people like watching too. So it's kind of hard too because ¿qué prefieres ir a un pop-up tent vendor que hace tacos o un food truck? There's preference too, but I notice with like a pop-up tent, it's more popular.
That's true, dude. I be driving down Lancaster and I see those guys selling tacos. But if they have a trompo on there and it's like it's outside, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I'm going to stop right now.
What did
right
I tell you
here.
about the trompo?
What?
Remember?
Nah,
Downtown?
Dude. You never said anything about
Downtown.
a trompo,
¿Te
dude.
acuerdas que siempre te decía? There's a psychology behind it, and that's why they had the kitchens, the open kitchens, remember? In restaurants? You know how restaurants had open kitchens?
Who had an open kitchen?
Restaurants.
I don't
If you go out, then you probably...
Well, I do go out. That's what I'm asking.
I don't think you go out.
What was the last restaurant that had an open kitchen?
Portland has a lot of them.
Oh, I hear.
Portland has a lot of them.
But what about here?
And when we're doing the business plan, una de las cosas que dijo Brett era que a lot of cooks don't like the open kitchen because they don't like cuando la gente los mira. That's one. And then second, a lot of the tacos contienen el trompo. They did that. Subway, that was one of their strategies. If you look at Subway, the strategy was que like la gente se está mirando que está haciendo el sándwich. It's all a marketing way of having people que los agarres. If you look into it, you'll find out. If you don't look into it, you're just gonna probably go and never pay attention.
You couldn't tell me one restaurant that had an open
In Portland,
kitchen.
yeah.
What about here?
Aquí en el Cozy, si te sientas en la barra,
Okay, they do have an open.
Estás viendo
Okay,
que,
okay.
estás
Te la
viendo,
paso,
estás
te
viendo
la
que le
paso.
estás haciendo todo.
I'm sorry.
Porque estamos en todo
You're
ahí,
right,
güey, o
you're
estamos
right.
un chingo de
We'll
cosas.
get back to commercials.
Dude, we ordered one thing last time we went, dude.
No, I didn't go with you, fool.
We went one time.
Me and you never been to Cozy's.
I don't think it was with John. We did go one time.
No, I never gone with you. I only been there once with my girl. I told her, let's sit in the front because I want to see. No, nos ordenamos casi todo ahí, güey.
¿Todo?
Sí, güey.
Damn.
Fucking full, dude. Todo.
I mean, see, I'm a pop-up tent vendor, so a lot of people cuando hago los birria egg rolls, they're like, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, quienes están curiosos, I'm like, oh, it's the birria egg rolls. You should get one. And I just made a sale.
Yeah, nice.
Mm.
Have you had a pupusa, dude? You're the type of guy that's really particular.
Yeah, dude.
What?
What
Excuse me,
kind?
what kind?
Or what's
My
your favorite
mom
kind?
makes pupusas too.
Nice.
And she'll make con chicharrón and then just a calabacita.
Okay. I just tested him. He's really
But
picky.
the original one is calabaza, right? Or no?
I stick with my cheese or bean and cheese.
Yeah.
Like if you were to talk about a Mexican taco, they would say that asada is the most popular Mexican taco.
It's like calabaza.
Is the calabaza?
It's
Okay,
the
that's what I was
calabaza.
asking. Yeah, see?
Perro, sí
¿Ves?
sabes.
Fucking
Damn.
You know,
paid
if you really
attention.
looked into it, you would really know.
Yes. No, I'm talking about you. If you had pupusas.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
When was the last time you had a pupusa?
We had them for my mom's birthday.
Perro.
Mm-hmm.
I used to, I live in Kaiser, and there was this lady que hacía pupusas. And you been in Kaiser and River Road, there's like 4-5 trailas by Bentley's Coffee.
I think so, yeah. Oh, yes.
There was one there. Pero no creo que le fue bien, because after I think not even 6 months, and they were out. But I used to order from them all the time, dude. They're pretty good. It's close to the home. Luego iba. Forget their name. Era una tralita.
Yeah, I would see them, but every time I would pass by, they were closed.
The pupusas?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
closed.
Maybe that's why they went out of business. I don't know.
It must have been. It must have been. But, you know.
Yeah. No,
What do you think about them closing every time, man?
I mean, I was
What do you think about them not
disappointed.
having a regular schedule?
Because Jorge goes to get some burritos right there from Sanson. And he always goes there to get his burritos. Well, he used to, right? And I was like, man, like, this lady's never open, man. Like,
That is true. That is true.
And that does affect you a lot. It does.
Why
It
Why are you
does.
laughing?
Like,
Es que el tío de la lonchera en tu cabre. Nah, that's joking. No, but it's something that we had a conversation once. I'm like, dude, it's because if you have a schedule, y no lo sigues, then eventually it's not, you know, not going to be popular.
And that's a big thing too, because nomás porque tienes tu lonchera, you have to be really persistent.
Persistent, consistent.
Yeah.
Todo.
Y todo. Like, social media is so big. Like, it takes a role. So I didn't know. So this year I was focusing a lot. Jorge was, you know, he's my partner in crime. So he's just doing all the manpower. He's like, nomás te enfocas en social media. So hicimos un video. And I just put it, do not disturb my phone. Porque, you know, en la noche, pues, you know. Y el otro día, I was like, no chingues. Like, it went crazy, you know? And I was like, you know, it's going to be good this weekend. And then ya eran las 8 de la mañana, the farmer's market open at 9. They're like, hey, are you open? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, like, what can I get you? Y ya comenzó la línea a formar. And I was like, oh my God, what's going on? And they're like, oh, it's because we see you on TikTok. And I was like, no way. And it was pretty rad. People are coming out, but I didn't know the power of social media, you know? And then, hombre, ya las muchachas andaban voladas con Jorge. Y yo le decía a Jorge, like, tú nomás vende. And because you know, we're trying, you know? And me decían las muchachas, ¿no eres celosa? Le digo, no. And then the car, no, hombre, ¿por qué andas diciendo esto? You know, but it helps a lot. I mean, I had to ponerme las pilas and yeah, from there, like, our social media started growing.
So you have a TikTok, you have Instagram?
Yeah, TikTok and Instagram. I started on Instagram. Y luego el muchacho, he has been slowly guiding me a little bit, Rick Saffos. I don't know if you see me. So he did a video, and I talked about a little bit of my story of why I started. And he posted it. Y luego, like, como digo, I put my phone do not disturb. All right. So my homegirl called me. She kept blowing up my phone in the morning. And I'm like, okay, I'm just getting my son ready for ABA therapy. Nothing, like, I would just call her. And I finally asked her, I was like, what's up? Like, everything great? She's like, Karla, ¿no estás mirando social media? And I was like, no, girl. Like, yo le dije, like, I've been crashing out since last night because I'm a mom, you know? And she's like, no, es que you're going to get pretty busy this weekend. I'm like, no manches. Like, yeah, I don't believe that. And that weekend, yeah, it was, we barely just got there, 6 a.m., putting the stuff, and people are like, are you guys open? And I'm like, Puchican, like, the cart is not even out. Like, how am I gonna visit? Like, you know? So I told them, I was like, no, not yet. Just give us an hour and a half. We'll get to you. You know, yo le dije a Jorge, no, hombre, I don't know what you're gonna do, but you're gonna hop into Race Produce and you're gonna get me like 40 pounds of cheese right now because I don't know what's going on. We didn't breathe that day. My staff didn't even get a lunch or a break.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Yeah.
They had some
Allegedly.
pupusas.
Yeah, they did. We sold out at 12:30.
Damn.
Yeah, it was
40. How many pounds of cheese do you guys go through on a busy weekend?
on a busy weekend. About 60 pounds,
Damn.
all handmade.
Yeah.
60 pounds, dude. I don't even know what 60 pounds of cheese looks like, dude.
Let me tell you, it's a lot of coolers.
Dude, I bet.
Because I don't have a food truck.
Yeah.
So that's the hard part because I don't have a food truck. Coolers is intense. And when the health department comes to like audit you like that day when you renew your license, it's pretty tough, you know? Because they're like, te están sacando el queso, making sure it's temperature. It's a lot. But I'm already used to it. This is my third, fourth year doing it.
They do that once a year?
No, they do it every time you renew it. So every like, yo agarro la membresía cada mes because I'm always up in the events. So they come. But it's to a point I already know their names. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? You know, you're going to check it? Okay. Y llegan unos 5 o 6 minutos y se van. So it's nice. But it's really, it's stressful, I will say. The food industry is so stressful.
So you sold out your first event?
Oh, yeah. At Viva Salem. It was, well, the first one was a small pop-up. My best friend... So when my best friend was hyping me up, she's like, you should do this little pop-up. I was like, okay, cool. So I sold out. I was still selling those pupusas at $2. And then I got to the big leads, right? I was like, me aventé a Viva Salem. That's when I was like, okay, pagué so much the fees, I should up my prices. And that's what a lot of people, I don't understand when you go to events and you see vendors, food vendors, oh, well, this is $15. Well, behind of it, you have to see the cost of the food, the cost of the fees to be there, paying your employees. It's a lot. It's really a lot. And it's getting to a point the fees are going up. And it's like, man, is it worth it even doing it? You know? So, yeah, but the first event we did sell out. Like, we always sell out. Gracias a Dios, we're always selling out. But lately, it's just been steady for us, which I'm blessed. I'm blessed what everything comes for, you know?
So you selling out the first event, even though you were learning, did you know, like, we're going to make this work?
Yes. So George saw it. George, that's my husband. George was like, he does car detailing. So he does car detailing, sells pupusas, and he does his 9-to-5 job, right? So he noticed that the pupusas were selling a lot. So he started stepping in more. So he's like, hey, let's start doing this, you know? The pupusas has, like, helped us a lot, the business itself, with tough times, you know? Like, back in 2022, I quit my job, and a month later, George got let go. And that's when our son just got diagnosed. So I was a mess. I was like, what are we going to do? But I grew up in a household, no tienes tiempo para llorar. Tienes que seguir adelante. Y ya cuando estás bien, like, lloras, pero... de felicidad, you know? So at that point, you know, George got let go, and I was like, man, and he's been my rock. I feel like behind a business, there's always has to be that supportive partner, and he's always supported and all of mis loqueras, what I do, you know? And he's always there, and he even learned how to make pupusas because it got too high demand, and I can only do so much. Like, in a minute, I could do 5 pupusas. But him, like, he noticed, like, you know, the orders started stacking. So that's when he started stepping in.
Walk us through how to do a pupusa. Like you just agarras la masa, and then you put meat or whatever it is, and then you go another masa.
So it's always it's the consistency of the masa. Am I right? Okay. You have to
It's
get
hard.
the good.
Yeah.
Dude.
Have you done one?
Yes.
Ah,
Well, yes, I have, but no, they don't come out good. Like, no, there's a science to this.
It's like
dude.
making
It's like, have you made a handmade tortilla before?
No.
Tijo. Dude.
No way.
Es que a ti todo te
Yo soy
hacían,
machista.
¿verdad? Ah, misogynist. Andrew Tate over here.
No digas
Hey,
eso,
clip
güey.
this. No, well, I mean, you haven't lived, but when you make a handmade tortilla, it's the same
Yeah.
thing. It's super hard. Like, it has to be a specific size. If it's too thick, then it won't cook through all the way. If it's too thin, it'll rip. So cuando la aplastas, it has to be at a consistent size because if it's looped up like that, it won't cook through all the way. So I don't know. Go ahead. Explain the process, but because it looks so easy, but it
It's
is
so
not.
hard.
Well,
So-
I don't know how it looks. I don't know how you
So
do
lo
it.
tienes
So.
que amasar, lo tienes que tener aguado. También el queso y el chicharrón. It has to be the same consistency as the masa. Because if it's not, se te va a quebrar la pupusa. I've noticed that. I've done it myself, and I get frustrated, when you're in a mid-rush, But it's the consistency, how you do the masa. So what I do is I look at it like a hand-sized masa, and then la aplastas como si fuera una tortilla. Pero I do a fist.
Oh, you do it with the fist.
With the fist. Y luego pongo el queso, por ejemplo, el queso, ¿verdad? And then you shape it like a dumpling kind of thing. Y luego the excess masa, lo pones, pues, lo tiras or whatever you do, you save it later. And then yo estoy acostumbrada a, like, como dicen, lo hacen las pupuseras, turning into a tortilla again, y luego lo aplasto and put it in the comal. What my husband does, because it's a mid-rush, he flattens out and then he flattens more in the comal. And that's where I'm like, mira, you have to be careful porque como dice él, no se te va a cocinar all the way the pupusa. And I'm very picky with my pupusa, so I go there because I overlook everything. And then if I see a pupusa is not good, I throw it away.
She's a pupusa cop.
Yeah, literally.
You have to be.
Yeah.
Because if
That's
a
what it is.
customer is paying a certain amount of pupusa, it better come out okay. Because I'm looking as a consumer side. If this is not okay, then I'm sorry. And sometimes, I know sometimes he gets frustrated, but then he's like, okay, I understand. I get it. Because, we don't want it to come back.
Yeah, they're not gonna say Jorge made horrible pupusas.
For
They're gonna
real.
say, yeah.
No, he goes like, oh, pues, I'm just going to open my shop, Jorge's Pupusas. And I'm like, bro.
Same Saturday market.
For real. He's like,
Cross from you.
For real. He's like, nomás que toca cocinar todo y ya. And I was like, okay, cool.
Damn, no, it's hard, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
should
don't
make a
know.
video of you trying to make some
We
pupusas.
should probably, yeah.
I don't think you'll handle it.
Dude.
You can't handle the
Fucking
heat.
chef, dude.
We're gonna be like, yo, get out the kitchen, dude.
Shit.
And then we have I think 13, 14 items in our menu.
Oh, so this is what I was asking at the beginning of the podcast. So you guys are known for something, and I didn't remember what it was. But then later on, you said that it was
Pupusa birria?
no,
The rolls?
The rolls.
Yeah.
So what do you call them?
So it's the birria rolls, but me acostumbré a decir egg rolls because we use the egg roll wrappers.
I think I've heard you say egg rolls, and that's
Yeah.
why I thought that it was something different.
Yeah. So it's like birria with cheese with the egg roll wrappers. Pero my twist, everybody does the birria rolls. My twist is just like I put like seasoning on top, chipotle, sour cream, guac sauce. George talks about his guacamole sauce, so he's like, I should do it because mine is good. I'm like, you know what? You do that sauce. I ain't gonna do it, And then the cojita cheese, but a lot of people like it, so it's nice, and that's what's keeping us not only afloat in slow days. So that's my baby. So it's nice because we just got a new canopy. So in our canopy, the wall has our menu, and the birria egg roast is right in the center.
Nice.
I saw that. I forget Branson logo.
Yeah, Johnny.
Yeah. Johnny. Yep.
Yeah, he has been helping me a lot. He's been guiding me, so it's nice. Like I told you, I had a vendor come up to me told me my presentation was bad. And me agüité. Like, se agüita uno.
Yeah, pues sí.
You know, porque es siempre the older generation, you know? So he came up to me and told me, and I was like, le llamé a Jorge llorando, no mintiéndote. Like, es que pues yo, pues, it takes a lot for me to be there and then someone, like, telling you. So, y luego yo soy chillona, so that doesn't help.
Do you think they said it in like I hope you do better, I want you to do better way? Or do you think that he just was trying to put you down?
I think during that moment, I took it as he was making me put down, you know? But also, it was a lot. He said more, and it was something that was a part of the conversation we had because during that time, it's hard because I'm still considered a new vendor, even though it's my second season. They always keep moving me around. So a veces me ponían hasta la esquina, you know, and a lot of people wouldn't see me. They're like, oh, pues si sabía que estabas aquí, yo te hubiera comprado. And he made it seem like, oh, you know, and I will say this, he was saying, you know, I'm a judge here, so you came here because of me. And I was like, no, sir, I came here because of me, because of what I do. And it threw me off because I'm like, okay, well, damn, is my food that, like, you know, I started getting in my head. But also, if he told me that, it's because I'm doing something right. So that's when I hit up Brands and Logos, and I told him what happened. And he's like, oh, like, he did get, like, furious. He's like, oh, hell no, homegirl. Like, we're gonna elevate this. And I told George, like, I think it's time to invest because it's 3 years in. A presentation has to do with it, you know? So then when I did it, it's actually funny because when we first launched our, like, did the big collab with Brands and Logos with Johnny, he was actually one of the first customers to order food from us.
Originally?
Like,
or after you got the tent?
After I got the tent. But then I started seeing it. I'm like, no, it's good that he came up to me because that's what I needed. I needed that booth, you know? And that's what me and George were talking. And I'm like, maybe I should see things not in a negative way, but in a positive way. This is what I needed. And that's what I was telling George. Like, we're at a point that we need that presentation. We need to know, like, hey, because a lot of customers like, I didn't see you. I came to the farmer's market and I couldn't find you. And we had like a little brown tent, you know, and a little sign. But what Brands and Logos did, like, it was a lot. And he's been he helped us, not only the promotion. We got slammed that weekend, which was amazing.
No, it's a badass tent. I mean, I haven't seen it in person, but I saw it in videos, and I'm like, dude, it pops.
Yeah, and, you know, it has la muñequita. So I've had events, little girls come, and they're like, oh, ¿tienes muñecas? And I'm like, no, mija, no, sí tienes muñecas. I'm like, oh. Yo le dijo Jorge, maybe we should start buying muñecas, you know?
So Labubus.
Yeah, for real. I mean, we don't got Labubu money up in here, but Lafufus.
Lafufus, for real.
No, but it's nice because it catches the eye with not only, like, a lot of customers, but our generation, you know? They're like, oh my God, it's a Bratz doll. Like, I didn't grow up with Barbies, you know? I grew up with Bratz dolls, right? So a lot of people are like, oh, I like that logo. So when we go to events, people do, like, they find our little logo.
That's pretty sick, yeah. It's a Bratz doll?
It's supposedly it's me, pero I mean, it's una muñequita.
It'd be cool if you got some dolls and give them away, but
that was the plan.
Maybe have instead of like a business card, tener el nombre de tu negocio.
Well, we were giving out, so that day we were giving out tote bags. So we were giving out tote bags if you would follow us on Instagram. Y las muchachas, como le encanta. Pues, you know, everybody's on their tote bag era. Like, we just put things. We're moms, so aquí pongo todo, you know? And I had to snatch one for myself because obviously this is started. And I have in my wall tengo, like, from the beginning to the end because that's how I like, because it motivates me to keep going, you know?
I don't think tote bags are cheap. I think that it must have been a pretty penny. Do you think that it was worth the investment to give up? It was.
It was because it's marketing. you know? So I've had a couple customers come up to me and they're like, oh yeah, my friend has that tote bag. I saw her at the store using it. And that's like, we started following you. So it did help a lot, you know? Like I said, I'm a parent to go. So, you know, it helps. And what I do is that if you come back with the tote bag, you get 10 to 15% off on your next purchase. So you see how I have a customer, she always comes back. So I know her order y ya tiene su bolsita. And it's cute.
Do you sell those tote bags too or no?
So we just did it for that day, but like you said, it's pretty expensive. So that's something I do need to talk to brands and logos and see what we could, you know, because I do have to get my money's worth, right?
For sure.
Because because that day we got a canopy, we got a flag, we got the wall with our menu, and then sidewalls, you know, and then tote bags. So it was full on like, you know, and that day I was giving off half off pupusas. So people were like on it. And I mean, the kitchen, I felt bad for the kitchen, but we made it through. I had to call my sister. I was like, hey, I know you're taking care of your nephew, but can you come through?
You get really creative like that is what I've noticed. Another thing that I've seen you do is also mini pupusas, and I've never seen that too. So you'll sell a mini pupusa. Obviously, they're less expensive because they're smaller. But does that kind of stuff just come to you, or how do you come up with these ideas?
Yes. So like I said, I'm a special needs mommy. So I did the mini pupusas because sometimes like we're in a budget. So when I did the mini pupusas, she came up to me like, okay, I can sell the mini pupusas for this amount for once a month. So that way families that they don't, they are struggling through financial struggles, they are able to afford it. Or I'm very accommodating too. And I think that's part of my, it's hard for me because I'm such a giver, you know? And Jorge, he's like, you need to start disciplining yourself porque luego no te estás rindiendo, you know? But I do it once a month. I haven't done it in a while because we've been back-to-back events and we've been drained, you know? And also our son's birthday is coming up, so we're kind of focusing on that, you know? But it's just, little ideas come up to me. And my friend, she's actually our kitchen manager. She tells me like, ay, Karla, las ideas que te inventas. Le digo, güey, es que también estamos que rendir, dude, you know?
Yeah.
Pero luego, like, after work, we can go grab something. But, yeah, it's just, you know, and Jorge likes it. I mean, he likes the ideas because he sees that it brings people's attention. They always come back. Or they ask me, like, oh, what's the special for the day? And then I let them know.
Nice.
I think that's really good. I think you always have to come up with the ideas, try them out. If they don't work, they don't work. If they do work, that's fine. And just play with it. I mean, that's the whole have fun, you know?
I think having, like, something the same all the time, it gets boring.
¿Sabes, güey?
Yeah.
I'm boring. He gives me a hard time all the time because I'm boring. Pero ¿cómo le gusta andar conmigo?
Yeah, for real. No, but you know, I see food truck owners, they're like, estoy struggling, que esto. Like, pues, güey, hace promociones. Like, you have to find, you know, yo entiendo que no vas a, like, estás, like, you're cutting back, but also you're bringing people to your establishment.
That's such a good point. And I think the hard part is, with you knowing that that's true, how did you know that investing the money into media was the right answer, even though, like, now you say it's a little bit of a slower season right now because of everything that's going on in our community and our state? How did you know that media was, like, the right place to put your money in?
So so with me, like, and, you know, a lot of food vendors, and if they say this is a lie, I mean, they're lying. They follow a lot of food vendors, right, on social media. So I've noticed, like, what I do, my strategy, I follow other vendors from different states, right? Because I want to, like, I love seeing other businesses grow, but I get ideas too, you know? It's actually funny because I actually connect with people from other states that own pupuserias. So that's where I get my, like, not ideas, but like, hey, this is what I'm thinking. What do you guys think? You know, because they've been in the game for a while, you know. And it's nice because, you know, you get that support, right? And it does help, but also they did tell me like, hey, social media is a big factor, but you have to be careful. You have to be careful not only también, lo que estoy aprendiendo también, you have to be careful who you talk to about your ideas. Because Lego, they jump to it too. And it's really sad, but I mean, I'm all like, it's all love here, you know? And sometimes people see it as competition. I think here, the big part of what I see nowadays, everybody sees each other as a competition. And to me, I'm like, baby, it's not a competition here. I know what I got and I know what I can like deliver, you know? And it's just tough. It's really tough.
Yeah, ves, güey, you can't open your pupusa now.
I know, dude.
Damn.
Nah, joking. Nah, no creas. No sabe cocinar. Oh, imagínate.
Dude, I'm a cook, dude. I'm a good
Yeah.
cook, dude. You'd
I'll be the
surprised.
judge. I'll be the
You'd be
judge.
surprised,
Hey.
but I made some.
Hey, making quesadillas is not being a cook, dude.
Dude. Don't mess with quesadillas, dude. Dude, I made some pretty badass burgers the other day, dude.
That's not being a cook.
And no, this is the thing. I made it from real ground beef. Like, I built the patties myself. You'd be so...
Burgers, patties, myself.
No, you pre-made patties.
No, dude. I've always grabbed the beef.
You don't even know how to start.
They call them smash burgers, dude.
The smash burger? What's the big difference between a smash burger and a regular
Smash it.
burger?
Le empiezas con la bolita y todo, you smash it, y ya.
Oh, it's that they're super thin.
Sí,
But
but
yeah.
it's the same thing.
Okay, well...
Nah, I was joking. Last time I cooked was spaghetti.
Is that like...
Chef Ramsay.
Like homemade spaghetti?
Yeah.
Like you made
From
the
scratch.
noodles?
From scratch.
You made the noodles?
Nah, dude. Nah, I don't know how to cook, to be honest. I'm not a cook.
Did you make spaghetti though?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I know how to make spaghetti.
Yeah. Dude, dude, how long ago did we go to LA? Like 8 years ago?
I don't know. Well, allegedly, because remember you were not supposed to be in LA.
So like 8 years ago, I think it was like 9 years ago, we went to LA and we went to Los Callejones and there's a bunch of like little food trailas. And there was a vendor that had his son with him, and his son had to have been like 6 or 7, and his son that said "Apá, like tengo hambre" or something like that.
No, le decía, papá, ¿me das dinero
Oh.
para algo de comer? Y luego le dice el niño, ¿qué te vas a ordenar? Le dice el papá, ¿qué te vas a ordenar? Una hamburguesa.
Otra puta hamburguesa. Man, agarra una pinche quesadilla o un taco mejor. And it was like, dude, the way it happened, it was just so funny, dude. So funny. And like every couple of years, we'll like remind each other of that. And we'll go out to eat and be like, ¿qué quieres, una puta hamburguesa?
It's because it just hit the, like, it was that moment where, like, you just hear the conversation. Apá, ¿me das dinero para agarrar? Oh, apá, ¿me das dinero para agarrar una hamburguesa? Otra pinche hamburguesa, agárrate una quesadilla. It's like,
¿Cómo
what
chingas
the
con tu hamburguesa? And it was the same thing when I was growing up too. And I would ask my dad, okay, ¿qué quieres comer? Oh, McDonald's. Otra puta hamburguesa. No, hay que comer algo diferente. It was like the same thing. It was funny.
Pero ya que somos papás, we do the same. I can't do the same thing, but you know, I have that in me. So, you know, my sister does the same thing too. Cuando vamos al restaurante, como un restaurante mexicano, ahí anda ordenando una hamburguesa. Y yo le digo, aquí estamos, pues, que ordenar esto y esto.
What?
That's him.
What?
We go to a Mexican place, he orders burgers.
When did I order a burger?
We go to Buffalo Wings. When back in the
Oh,
day,
yeah,
he would
yeah.
order a burger at
Yeah.
Buffalo Wings.
No, I would go to Buffalo and order.
We go
Dude,
to
no. Back
we go
in
to
the
a
day,
burger joint. He doesn't get a burger. He gets
outta here.
he gets tacos.
No, back in the day, when Buffalo had actually their I don't remember,
It's like
it was
10 years
an
ago,
actual
it was
value
like-
menu, but they used to have sliders with French fries for $3.
Yeah.
That was the best. Dude, they'd go for wings. I'd be like, dude, give me my. I love sliders.
That's good.
I'm gonna make a food cart of sliders.
¿Qué te iba a decir? Te iba a decir, we're pretty much at the hour. I don't know if you want to say something else or you have any other questions or one last thing.
No,
a
so
few things.
do you have any events that are open to the community that are coming up before the end of the year?
So right now we are closing down, like coming to the end to the farmers market until October, the last week. I believe it's October 24th. And then we actually got contracted by the T-Mobile call center.
Okay.
So we're gonna be busy Saturday and Sundays. So that's it's pretty nice. I've been talked to.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, that is really
Yeah.
dope. So is that just for T-Mobile employees?
Yes.
Okay.
It's hard to look for a spot because I will say this, that I've been trying to look for spots, and even though I'm a pop-up tent, me están cobrando mucho de renta. And
sí.
and it's hard because it's already gonna be raining. But I take the opportunity right now, when it's November, just from November to March, just focus on my family, and when I can do orders, I can do orders. But again, it's really hard. It's just like I tell customers, I have customers that get frustrated, like, oh, I want to order from you, but you don't have an open availability. First of all, I'm a mom, okay, let alone I'm an ASD mom. So I'm gonna put my son, in front over everything. Nobody knows, I go to occupational therapy 3 times a week, I take him to ABA therapy. So you don't know when during the therapy, I'm like, he's screaming, crying, and then I just have to turn around and smile and make the food. That's how, yeah. So during the slow season, I aprovecho con mi familia.
Sí.
So I just save throughout the months y ya estoy. Y ahorita, pues, I think this year it was a little slower for us, but I also focus on my mental health because it's a lot. It takes a lot. You have to be a strong individual. Waking up 4 a.m., prepping everything, and then going to bed till 11 p.m.
Yeah, it's a grind for sure.
But it's worth it. It's my little baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
Nice.
it takes, like I said, a supportive partner.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit up Jacob, see if he has any T-Mobile shirts that fit me.
Just pull up over there.
Just pull up over
I
there.
know, huh?
Dude, there's so many
Shit.
employees there, they won't even know if I work
Nah, I
there or
don't think
not.
so.
No,
dude.
they don't. And it's funny. I used to, like I said, I used to do security there. So when I posted on social media, like, oh, Karla's back. And I was like, yeah, but I ain't going to do security. I'm making food. So it's nice, I get to see
Very cool.
old people, old coworkers there, my old bosses. So it's nice.
Heck yeah.
So it's a different kind of setup now, different kind of point in my life.
And God giving next year, you're gonna have a food truck?
Yes, that's the plan. We're at a point that we get events, and like that's what I was telling George. I think we dropped the ball this year. No, I don't think. I know we dropped the ball because we even had events. I would double book myself, and and that's a conversation we were having the other day. I think it's time not only to invest in another tent, but also you run one location and I run another location.
But he can't be experimenting with his own pupusas, huh?
Hey,
We
for
have rules
real.
here.
He just puts a sign over mine. No, but that's where it's gonna get to that consistent. Like that, we're blessed to say that we're getting into events left to right. But sometimes it's okay to take a break. And I think I grew up in a household, mental health wasn't a thing, So, mi mamá es una persona, pues, pues a mí me pasó esto, pero uno no tiene que llorar. And that's my mentality.
Sí.
And that's what I was telling Jorge, a veces, pues, in events, you might see me smiling, but I'm slowly crashing out inside. Pero uno tiene que seguir para adelante.
And in the food business, I think that if you've made it if you're in your second year going on to your third year, I mean, I consider that someone with experience. Maybe not to some people, but I think to most people, you have experience. What would be some advice that you would give to someone that's starting up? Maybe not necessarily a pupusa food truck, but just starting up in the food business.
Just don't give up. Honestly, I'm sorry my language, but fuck what everybody says. You're always your biggest enemy, and don't listen to that little voice in your head. Just is this something you want to keep doing? You do it. And just sometimes no te agüites. Hay eventos que no haces nada, pero si te invitaron, be blessed, porque hay otras personas que a veces con un evento, yeah, I'm done, And I've had events, I've gone, made about $5-10, and I have a full staff and everything. It's hard, right? And obviously my husband's not happy, right? Because $10 he missed a day, But yo no me agüito. Okay, take that opportunity to post on social media. take the opportunity. Like, hey, I'm here and I'm grinding, you know. But like, if they're starting, just keep pushing yourself, and I mean, no te agüites, and just keep posting and posting. Believe it or not, Facebook has been my best friend, and I use where I find, even myself, I find, like, if I want some pozole, to be honest, like, you know, but sometimes, like, yeah, you can be, like, I have a conversation with them. Or even support your, like, street vendors. I always tell people, like, support your street vendors. I'd rather go support someone that has a food cart because out there, because I know what it's like, other than, and I will say this, other than, like, having a restaurant. And I think that's where restaurants are struggling with, because myself, well, like I said, I'm a mom. So my son, we can't sit down in a restaurant. Unfortunately, like, our living adjustment is quite different because he does have ADHD, so he cannot sit down. So I have to order to go all the time. Even with food trucks, I can't sit there.
That's good. That's really good advice. Do you have anything?
No, I don't. I guess before we wrap up the show, I do want to ask you, like, what's your favorite spot to go eat? Like, if you do have one in Salem.
Mine?
Not necessarily. I mean, you could think about it. We don't, like, we could just cut it and maybe go back to the same question, but maybe give you like a minute or so to think about it. You know, what's your favorite spot, dude?
Oh, give me yours and I'll think about it with it too.
I don't have a favorite spot.
I currently
And
don't.
he says I'm boring. I don't have a favorite
No, because
spot.
I don't just have a favorite spot. I actually go a lot of places. That's not being boring.
I haven't found a favorite spot yet. I do have one in Portland.
Okay, what's the one in Portland?
So it's Dough Zone.
Dough Zone.
That sounds so familiar.
So you know the waterfront park right there. It's a restaurant. I love Asian food. So that's part of
Dough
my
Zone.
Dough Zone. And it's really budget friendly. So it's nice. Ahí va Jorge and he's ordering like almost $150 worth of stuff. I'm like, damn, dude, ¿qué comes? Pareces vaca. Like, oh my God.
Jeez,
I like,
damn.
you know, no, I love you, George.
Done,
But, you know, no, but honestly.
That was a headshot right there.
But I cook more a lot at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I love cooking. Cuando tengo mucha depresión, I even cook more. It's crazy. Like you know, ¿qué dice mi mamá? How are you going to keep a man if you're not cooking for him? You know, así, like, typical. So siempre le tengo, cuando llega del trabajo, tengo su full course meal. And, you know, y comemos como familia. And like I said, my son doesn't eat. So él está la par de nosotros mirándonos comer. But it's him seeing us eating. It's like it makes us feel home.
Yeah.
We just, like I said, we don't go out that much. So it's really hard to say.
Cool, man.
What's your favorite spot?
I don't think I have a favorite spot, man.
You really need to break that down by category to have a favorite spot.
Favorite place to eat.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No, that's what I said. What's your first place to eat?
I think
not to eat, but like your favorite Asian, your favorite.
You guys are probably gonna make fun of me, but I'm gonna stick with pizza, dude. My favorite spot is Wallery's.
Oh, that's fire.
It's good pizza. I
That's
think it's probably
fire.
one of the best pizzas out here.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you tried the new one, the new pizza place on Commercial? What is it? Crazy Dough?
Oh yeah, I've had it. It's good.
Yeah, it's good
It's
too.
different pizza though.
Pizza is pretty crazy.
It's different. Nah, it's a different style. It's good. It's good.
I was like,
No, it's good. It's good pizza.
Ya ves, no se ríe, ya ves.
Well, no, dude, we're talking about
Siempre
other
está enojado.
people's food, dude. Come on, dude.
Not crazy as in good, güey.
Oh, okay. Explícate,
No,
güey.
mames. Pues,
Es que
obvio,
también
güey.
tienes una cara como que
Pues,
I
güey,
can't
nos
tell
estamos
you.
riendo.
so you like pizza. I like Asian. So what's your favorite category of food?
I like Mexican food.
Yeah.
Mexican food.
So
You said he was the picky one.
No, I eat everything. Like last time fuimos a Osaka, the one in
That's good. That's good.
There's really good food, but
so what's your go-to than Mexican food?
it's because we always try to go different
My
places.
favorite's Mexican food, but my go-to is Osaka.
No. That's not my go-to. I said last week. Nosotros en Portland, like when I'm on social media, I save them y se los mando a mi esposa. Like, hey, we got to go here. we try to make it a trip at least once a week to try to go to those restaurants.
I
Pero-
love that because it's so important because when you're a parent, you forget you're a couple. I mean, that's what we got.
No, sí,
you
sí,
know?
sí.
But that's what me and George do.
Yeah.
Have you gone to the Flock?
Is that the one in the river?
Almost.
The deck?
No, it's not there. It's nice. It's like this is something that if I get to own a restaurant, there's something the food halls. That's where it's at.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's a food hall in Portland. You definitely need to try it out.
I heard of a really good one. I forget the name. I don't know the names because lo único que hago es I save it o se lo mando al texto. And then, but there's like so many. So cuando vamos. And then not even that, but el café también. Like there was one that que abrió en Salem, ¿no? Apenas.
Which
Se llama Florida or
yeah.
some shit like that. No he ido yo, pero se lo mandé. Le dije, we gotta go. So like, we like to explore different tastes of food, even if it's like Indian or Asian food. Como ramen y Osaka es diferente. ¿Entiendes? I've been wanting ramen, dude, pero fuimos a Osaka. Does that make sense? Que estaban los dos juntitos. I don't know, but Mexican's kind of like the go-to for me. But we always like to explore.
What do you
Molcajete.
order? Molcajete? Okay.
Jorge is Mexican y los burritos. Todos los burritos. I already know. Like, all right, we go there. They have burritos.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I already know. I already have it in handy.
He's
like,
like, damn.
Dude, I like handmade tortilla quesadillas.
oh yeah.
Or some people call them quesadillas, some people call them machetes, but that's my to-go for sure if it's Mexican.
I've never had a machete. And that's something I really want to explore more of the Mexican cuisine, you know, because I'm Central American, so I try a lot of Central American food.
In Woodburn, they have a really good place. It's my favorite place. It's called Casa de los Machetes.
Okay.
You guys need to go check it out.
Okay. I'll tell George. We'll see if we have a date night.
There you go. Hey, you asked favorite food restaurant. What else you got?
That was it because she's about food.
There we go.
That's it. You
Cool.
already know. Go.
Oh, you're about
Oh, dude, you do it.
catch us next time. That's it.
go.
'Cause you just messed up my mojo.
Damn.